Founded in 1565 by famed explorer Spanish conquistador Juan Ponce de Leon. St. Augustine is one of the oldest cities in the United States, known for its beautiful architecture and stunning scenery. St. Augustine is one of the top tourist destinations in Florida. It is also most haunted. Join us as we visit two of St. Augustine's most haunted destinations with our host and tour guide, Thomas Schofield. Join us now.
Actually, I work for the city of St. Augustine in my day job, and moving to St. Augustine 2 years ago, wanted to earn a little extra money. Heard about this ghost tour company. They were looking for somebody. I had the background with a history, since I'm the historic preservation planner for the city. I knew quite a bit about the history of St. Augustine already, so I thought I could fold that into the ghost stories that the company had gleaned from local residents and talking with local paranormal experts and the like. It was neat to put kind of the history together with the ghost stories and do the ghost tours. So I've been working for Jonas at Ghost Augustine since September of 2006, so it's been over a year now in terms of telling stories and looking and examining hauntings here in St. Augustine. The 1974 hearse came from Marietta, Georgia at a funeral home, was used for 15 years at a funeral home there, and we acquired it about 5 years ago. Well, I believe we perhaps are one of the most haunted cities in the United States of America. Only Savannah, Georgia, Key West, Florida, perhaps have the equivalent of what we have in terms of our hauntings here. We've got a known density and intensity of hauntings here in St. Augustine. It is for each one of us to decide whether or not we believe. I definitely am leaning towards the belief side of things in terms of what I know, the stories I've heard, the stories that I'm telling, and even some of the experiences I've had. Although I've never seen a ghost, I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed. We are currently standing in front of the St. Francis Inn, built in 1791 as a single-family residence. In 1821, when Florida became part of the United States of America, the house was turned into an inn. It was purchased by a family by the name of Dummett. The Dummett family maintained this throughout the 19th century. In fact, there's a historic marker on the corner of the inn associated with Anna Dummett. Anna Dummett had a sister, Sarah Dummett. Sarah Dummett had a son, Thomas Dummett Jr. Thomas Dummett Jr. had an uncle. Hardy County, west of here, is named after General William Hardy of the Confederate States of America. He had found out something that his young nephew Thomas had done to dishonor the family. When he found out what that was, he prohibited young Thomas from conscripting. Normally, in the 19th century, if you're the nephew or the son of somebody high-ranking like a general, you could conscript. You could pay somebody else to fight the war for you. You would not have to fight as a soldier. But when General Hardy found out what young Thomas had done, he prevented him from conscripting. So there was 3 slaves working here at the inn. One of them was Lily. Lily and Thomas fell in love. They were caught in their love affair. When caught in that love affair, that's when General Hardy decreed that you have to fight as a soldier, as a private for the Confederacy in the Civil War. Thomas decided he did not want his uncle to determine his fate. Lily and Thomas were found one night hanging from the rafters in the attic, committing suicide. Almost Shakespearean. One of the ghost stories out here at the lighthouse, you might have heard it on the Ghost Hunters episode on the Sci-Fi Channel, they talk about Eliza and Maria. They were daughters of the man who built, the construction foreman who had the lighthouse built. He was working for the U.S. government. Eliza and Maria were a playful sort. They and their brother one day got into a field cart that was used to haul equipment and supplies from the ocean beach up to the lighthouse. It was on a little railroad track. A cable was attached to that. That cable drum drew the cart up to the top on an incline. It was kept with a brake on at the top of the incline. The girls one day got into that cart along with their brother, released the brake, going for a little ride down the incline. Didn't realize they had to set the brake at the bottom of the incline. By the time they got to the bottom of the incline, they were going pretty fast. It went out onto the dock, flipped into the water. The girls were buried underneath the cart. Brother was too small to lift it up off of them. They drowned that day, and they're said to be two of the hauntings out here. We do have some other hauntings that are associated out here, including one of the lighthouse keepers. There's sometimes a cigar smoke smell associated with him. In fact, the owner of our ghost tour company, Jonas Brehammer, the owner of Ghost Augustine, was inspired. He was working out here as an employee and had that experience one time. It was so intense, he felt like he was actually possessed by this haunting. His eyes were watering, the smoke was so strong, his throat was dry, he couldn't speak, and that inspired him to start Ghost Augustine, the company that does the ghost tour. Is that thing on?